We've used Primavera for the P6, but there's another one we used. That was from Oman Systems. We tried before. We tried the Field Pro something. That was before the Pro Core. But it's just a matter of if the guys in the field protest and don't do it. You know, with the labor market the way it is, it's difficult.
I said I'm still a little old school. I like my paper drawings. You know, like I make notes on it. You got your drawings on your tablets and whatnot, and you know I'm blowing everything up because the eyes aren't what they used to be and whatnot, and I got nowhere to make a note. You know what I mean? So I like my paper notes on my plans. So when I got to go back to it from stage 1 to stage 2, those numbers aren't changing.
Right, and most field guys still like hard paper plans because they can pull them out, they can spill coffee on them, they don't have to worry about charging them, they don't have to worry about them breaking, they don't have to worry about updates. It's there, it's reliable, it's easy to use, and once you know what page everything's on, even if there's 150 pages, you just flip because you know it's right there within a page or two.
And when you get pissed off and throw it, it doesn't cost as much.
Right.
So come out here, we'll see the stage 1 to stage 2. Right here. So this is the only bay that the carpenter is for on the wood. And you can see where stage 1 was one to your left. You see how a little bit of concrete hung up there. Then stage 2 was over here to the right, and if you look, there's another seam there. So that was all part of the deck. Then because now what happens, this bridge was poured to a settle. We could not connect the two at the same time because these beams had their deflection wasn't out of them yet. So we had to pour that deck, get that to come down, then go back in and reform the middle, little 3 feet. And just as typically happens, one bridge either under deflected or over deflected, so getting the rebars to get to the right elevations became a whole nightmare. Once again, the ironworkers don't care, they just come in, they tie the rebar, and now I gotta figure out how to start adjusting brackets so we get a smoother line.
Good. So something about the camber in the bridge, with the camber table, it tells you it's all theoretical. When you get in the field, it's different than the theoretical.
Something weighs a little more, something, yeah.
If something wasn't stressed exactly like they thought it was, so.
These little precast concrete blocks are for the fire suppression. So if there's ever an accident, on fire, car on fire, we'll pull a fire truck up here and pump the water up the highway.
So that'll be put in later, I guess.
Yeah, after they're going to a big hurry to get us finished so they can get on that.
On the pipe.
And right now we're working, you can see this cap we did. We got a little piece over there, and we just started working on the rest of it right now.
Those are two different items. The cap is one item number, and the block is another item number. The cap is...
You got your deck, is one item. The bottom of the abutment's another item. The cap's another item. The parapet's another item.
So if you want to pick out one of those items, you can pick out one of the concrete items from that, or you can pick out the block.
And the cap is actually, you won't see anything on your floor cap. Well, you'll say cap, but that was more directed towards the cap on the bridge ahead of us.
Right.
Doing
parapet,
There's a set of pier, we're going to take hammerhead, we call it. You sit on the pier. That's also called the pier cap.
Yeah.
So it's not on there, but I created a number off cap so we can track the time differently between this cap and that cap.
So over here, when you find a piece of equipment, there's a few things you can know about it. So on the side, usually it tells you this is a Caterpillar M322F. It's owned by H.O. Penn, probably rent cat. And then on the back here, it's got a. This is this is really a stupid spot to put this number for the. Yeah, because the operators will sooner or later hit something with the back of that machine and rub that off. But so, you know,
he's been trying. He only got the corner so far.
Right. Yeah. So this is being used to shape the slope here.
Slope with the riprap.
Yeah. Maybe we'll walk over here and see something a little better.
You could walk up there if you want. Just don't go dancing around the guardrail.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to walk up there, you can.
Somebody wants to take a walk up. No? Okay. So that's all the noise barrier. It's a it's like wood chips and cement put together. So it's got a sound dampening, but you can form it to make it look more like, you know, kind of like a stone wall in a way. I guess from 40 feet away, it kind of looks like a stone wall.
80 miles an hour.
Yep. So, but you can see the product's almost finished. Yeah. And over here, this is what the parapet looks like when they finish. So this one is almost done. What are they doing? Just finishing rubbing here?
No, they're finished rubbing, but I'm sure they're gonna have to come back and touch it up.
Okay.
The parapet was on low permeability again, Class F.
That's a 04462.
Correct.
For the number. So there's a number. This is parapet concrete for your item number, but the actual concrete code by the state is PCC04462, which means it's 4,400 pound mix, and the 6.2 I think has something to do with the stone size.
And if on who's ever got the sheets, this was 601121 is the item number that we're using for parapet walls.
Okay, 601121.
And the parapet wall is a funny thing. Everything else we do is paid by the cubic yard. Parapet wall is paid by the linear foot. So don't ask why.
That's one of the DOT things. So okay. We'll take a walk on this side. I think we can see some rebar sticking out over here. Oh, you got some right there too. There's a little bit coming down the cap. Those little gray hoops coming up are the rebars. If you see those in the plans for the CMUs. It's called deformed steel bars. It's all galvanized now. Yeah. Until the next thing comes out. When I realize this is no good.
At least you won't come out with hamburger cans.
Right. I was gonna say, I mean, there's gonna be something else after this. I don't know what it is, but. Okay, hold on. So Steve is using this machine here and that machine there, which both have numbers on it and the numbers on the side. It's a 460 SJ, which means it's 46 foot man lift. So there's another one down there. Does anybody know what this is behind you? Anybody any idea? No, not a tester.
Take a look inside of
They
it.
put the concrete.
There you go.
Yep, it's a concrete bucket. So they'll put it in a crane or put it on the excavator, fill it up, lift it over where it's got to pour, then pull the handle down over here. The concrete comes out. So this could be technically a piece of equipment to use to pour some of the concrete pieces that are around.
Here's a bracket you're looking at up here.
So those brackets up there are similar to the brackets down here. You guys got any more questions yet?
Are you concerned about like any kind of exterior cracking like that, or no?
Exterior what?
Like cracking? of the
That's not
concrete?
cracking. That's that was in between. The bottom concrete had been sitting a while before we dumped more new concrete on it, so it's called a cold joint. You try to blend it with your vibrator, get it out as best you can, but it's just superficial. When they come, if you look at how pretty the walls are here, So they add some spots like that, and the laborers come and they grind and they rub it.
So they'll grind that little bit of, you see how it looks like it's poured out the bottom? They'll grind that off, and then they'll put a little bit of paste in the edge. And the reason it shows at the edge is because the form's right there. It's harder to consolidate next to a form than it is in the middle of the concrete. So they run the vibrator, you'll pick up little things like that. Sometimes you'll see big holes in it, and then you got to fix them a different way where there's, you know, you can actually put your finger in the holes. Then they get upset because you'll have to take part of the concrete out and re-pour
Right.
it.
If you look under the beam, you see where it didn't get vibrated good enough there to push it out to the form. And what he's saying is sometimes you find that's okay, that they can patch, but much bigger than that, then you gotta start chipping back to get behind rebars when you put new concrete in. There's something to grab a hold. Except there is no rebar under these beams. So that's been, you know, the ongoing argument here.
Okay. Any other questions on this? Let's take a walk down here so we pick up anything else. Yep. Do we have one on the ground anywhere? Okay. So this
It's like razor blades.
yeah.
You put that up, if you can get it to stay with tie wire or whatever, brace it. You pour your concrete up to one side. You got to put both